Yeah, it's mindset cafe, we all about that mindset. Gotta stay focused, never settle for less. It's all in your head, how you think you manifest. So get ready to rise, cause we about to be the best. Gotta switch it up, gotta break the old habits. Get your mind right, turn your dreams into habits. No negative vibes, only positive.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Mindset Cafe podcast. It's your boy Devin, and I got a special episode for you guys today. It's another Thursday brew kind of style, right? This one is off of a topic that actually I came across from listening to Luke Combs. Yes, I like country, but his new album, and the song was titled Front Door Famous. And this episode is going to go kind of dive into the topic and into the idea of being front door famous and what that actually means, right? Front door famous is really your inner circle, your family. When you walk in the room or if you walk into the house, are they excited to see you? Are they greeting you, right? Instead of just walking in and no one saying anything, no one even acknowledging you. Your circle or your family, whether you're there or not, it really doesn't matter to them. So with further ado, let's dive in a little bit. The song is awesome. You know, if you don't like country, then you can go kick rocks. But, you know, country has nothing to do with today's episode. In general, the phrase front door famous, honestly, that stuck out to me a little bit. And then I started really thinking about it, and that's why I wanted to bring it to your guys' attention and really get you guys to analyze, are you front door famous? When you get home, if you have kids, are they yelling, Mom, Dad, and running up to you and giving you a hug? Are you front door famous with your close friends or who you think are your close friends, with your network, your inner circle of people? And that, if you're not, then why not, right? Is that not the environment that you would want, that you would strive to have? Is that not the community of like close-knit, relations that you would like to have with your family, with your friends, with your even associates, or even with your network? And so when I really started thinking about it, that's one of those things where you could be Instagram famous, you could be famous in general. That's cool. You have random people, that know you, that are screaming your name. Let's say you're in a rock band or whatever, you're a rapper, and all of a sudden you have people greeting you all the time, but you walk home and you're opening your front door and no one is even acknowledging you. Your kids don't really say what's up or anything like that. And that really is what means the most. I know for me personally, it's one of those things where when I get home and my daughter runs and she screams at the top of her lungs, Dad, and runs over and grabs me and gives me a hug, like that means more than anything to me, right? And that's one of those things where being front door famous can be so heartwarming, to know that you're wanted and know that you're acknowledged and know that people want to be around you, right? Even as far as, the business network that I'm a part of, you walk in the room and everyone that's in the upper level group, like there's probably 30 of us in there, and everyone, says what's up. They walk over to say hi. They're excited to see you because, we only meet up once a quarter. So it's 4 times a year, right? We're meeting up all throughout the year online, but it's one of those things when you see someone, you're excited. Even Nick, right, my business partner, we see each other. We don't see each other all the time, but one of us walks in the room and we get up to say what's up. It's exciting. So those kind of relationships and those kind of interactions hold so much weight in your mental space, right? When you walk in and someone is excited to see you, it brings a little light to your life. And so all of a sudden you could have been having a tough day. You could have been overcoming obstacles. You could have been felt like today just, punched you in the face. You walk in the room and all of a sudden someone's super excited to see you. It takes that thought away for a minute, right? There's nothing else that matters for that split second. You're just excited to see that person because of the energy that they're giving you. And so if you're not front door famous now, you need to take a look at yourself and realize, what am I not doing when I'm around the people that I think that I should be front door famous with, right? The people that I love, the people that I care about, the people that, are my close circle, my close friends. If they're not greeting you, excited to see you, then it's like, well, how is that relationship really going? If they don't really say hi or they're not coming up to you, then obviously whether you're there or not doesn't really mean that much to them. And that doesn't mean that they're doing anything wrong. It means that the time you spend with them isn't as meaningful as you would hope it to be, or you would think it should be. Maybe it's because every time you walk in home and your family hasn't seen you all day long, and yes, you've had a long day, and yes, you're stressed out, and yes, you got a million things that are on your mind that you're focused on with the business, but all of a sudden you're right back on your phone. You're not being attentive to them. You're not actually being present with them. And that's where the relationships are built. Yes, you could physically be there, but if you're not mentally there and you're not interacting with them, then how can you expect to want them to greet you at the door when they already know you're going to walk in and just ignore them, right? Because a relationship is built two ways. So if you're conveying that, you'd rather be somewhere else or doing something else, then again, they're going to get that feeling, and sooner or later, you're not going to get greeted. You're not going to hear your name, shouted across the room. People run up to you, say, give you a hug, say that they're happy to see you, whatever the case is. And having a community, right? Obviously your family and your kids, if you have kids, that should be an immediate. If that's not already happening, then you need to fix that with your family, because that's not going to be a healthy dynamic for your family for the coming years. But for your community, your network, your friends, your inner circle, if that's not the kind of relationship that you have with them, they're just associates. They're just, acquaintances. And that, again, starts with you. You have a ripple effect on others' lives, right? So if you walk in the room and that's just not the way the environment normally goes, and you want to make it change because you realize that this is going to bring everyone a little bit of light in their day. It's going to make people feel good. It's going to make people want to be here, right? They're excited when they get to see everyone. You have to be the change. So you walk in the room and you're like, hey, Tom, Brad, Jessica, whatever, and you're walking up to people and giving them a hug, and showing them that you're excited to see them. All of a sudden, doing that it might only take one time, but 1, 2, 3 times, all of a sudden, it's going to start changing the dynamic of the circle, right? And all of a sudden, when you walk in the room, or anyone walks in the room, everyone's going to be like, hey, so-and-so's here, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's going to get up, give them a hug, and now that person that just got that warm welcome is going to want to be there. They're not going to hop right on their phone and just disassociate from whatever's happening, right? It's that personal fulfillment that you get knowing that people want you around. People are excited to hear you. People are excited to see you, right? That's what actually builds authentic relationships. That's what builds authentic business relationships. That's what it builds authentic friendships. And that's what builds authentic family bonds between your kids, between your spouse, right? You hear so many people that, their spouse is their best friend, and then all of a sudden it becomes their spouse is, nothing more than pretty much almost like a business partner, right? Or a roommate. And where was that disconnect? Well, it starts with trying to make sure that your family is front door famous and each person is front door famous, right? You're not more important than your wife. You're not more important than your kids, and so forth. Everyone feels the same love and the same appreciation and the same want that the rest of you guys want them to be there, right? And that also comes from, them trusting you, them having respect for you, you trusting them, you respecting them. And how do you start off with showing that you trust and respect someone? Show them that you care when they talk to you, right? Show them that you're actually there and you're listening and you're answering when they have a question. When they're talking to you, you're making eye contact. You're being engaged. It's not just physically being there. If you're just physically there, awesome. You could be physically anywhere and no one could really know that you're there. Walk into a Starbucks. You walk into a Starbucks, you're physically there. Does anyone care? No. Walk into a gas station, walk into, you can name it, the general place in public. No one can care you're there. Do you want that for every relationship in your life? I mean, because I don't. Business network that I'm a part of, I've been a part of a few over the years. Like me and Nick are part of one, then the feeling is different, right? Obviously the knowledge is there, the impact that they have on, answering business questions and all that is there, but there's just another level of like caring and relationship that is built because everyone truly does care about your well-being, about you actually being there. We call each other out if someone's not, actually contributing to the group or whatever. It's like, yo, you gotta be a part of this to be a part of this, right? So that should be in every area of your life. There's so many mental and emotional benefits that come with that, right? Like we were talking about, there's that just emotional response that you initially get when you walk into the room and you know that you're loved and you're appreciated and you're wanted to be there. But then it's also one of those things where it's nice to have a place or a group of people that will always have your back and that you can go to with your problems, right? From your family, again, to your business network, to your friends, your close friends. I mean, because you're going to have different levels of everything, right? Your family should only be one level, your immediate family. But then you have your extended family, and you got your extended family, and so forth. The same thing goes for, business relationships. You have your business partners. Then you have, your associates. You have your, employees or your team. You have, acquaintances, vendors, and stuff like that. There's different levels to this, but at the same time, when you're talking to someone, when you're meeting someone, like make sure that you are present, right? Make sure that you are engaged in any conversation, because at the end of the day, a relationship works two ways. You can't just want from someone and not give as well. You'll only get as much as you give. So I've noticed that over the years, and it's just one of those things where today's topic is, really focused on the fact of, are you front door famous in your life, in every area of your life? And if you're not, take a look within. What are you doing, or even more importantly, what are you not doing when you walk into a room, right? And that's where you need to self-analyze the relationships in your life, the levels of relationships in your lives, and really start to focus on building that strong network, building meaningful interactions and relationships with these people. And yes, you're going to mess up. Yes, you're going to go on your phone right when you walk in the door sometimes. Realize it when it happens and correct it. Make a constant effort to correct those bad habits so that, again, you can continue striving to be front door famous. But I hope that was informative and gave you guys a little different perspective on just your daily lives, because it is a mindset, right? It is a mindset of being or wanting to be front door famous, which is the mindset of building strong and lasting relationships, right? So if you're not front door famous, become front door famous. It'll be more meaningful and more impactful on your life than anything else, and that's what will brighten your day up, and it will brighten someone else's day up that you actually care about. But with that being said, make sure you guys share this to a friend. Make sure you share this to your inner circle. Make sure you share this to a family member, and let them realize this as well, so that you can show them, not just through your actions, but show them through this episode, and so they can start to become front door famous in every area of their life as well. But with that being said, you guys, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure that you don't forget to leave a rating, give us that 5 stars, and share this with a friend. We do appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys on this week's live episode on Friday.
Negative vibes, only positive thoughts. Just in the game of life, mindset causes shots. Got my mind on the prize, I can't be distracted. I stay on my grind, no time to